Hey, good morning, Tom. This is a quick demo video for you for your LS Gullwing. Just got this done. I got a majority of it done late last night and then kind of put some finishing touches on it this morning, and along with your blade. I got your blade done this morning as well. So we'll go over all of this real quick. This is installed, of course, with the CFX stock MPXLs that you wanted. This does have the holder that has the magnets right along there. And then that matches up with your blade side that's got the magnets as well to kind of assist, because you don't have a real deep blade depth in here. So those are good for assisting and holding the blade in. You got your Kuiper Works switch PCBs in here with your LEDs. One thing I will say, there's two different versions of this Gullwing I've seen. One version is the one that you've got, where this top box here is on a magnet. So I glued in those magnets, or I JB welded in the magnets actually last night, and then it just fits down on there like that. You really don't have any reason to take this off, but just be aware that it is magnetized. The second version I've seen is where this guy actually screws into the control box and you don't have to worry about it coming off, but that's what you've got. So, that's what we went with. Of course, you got the Goth Master chassis that you gave me to install. It does have the brass crystal reveal, so this came out really nice. We'll light all this up in a second. I did lock this part down, so as you know, on this Saber you can twist both of these ends, right? You twist one end, like the back end here you twist. When you twist this back end, you've got your kill switch. Now when you get your kill switch, you'll notice that on the very top of the kill switch I did cut it at an angle to line up with the diameter of the chassis. That way this guy could slide over it back and forth and not have any interference, but it's still very easy to switch with your finger. And then when you turn it over this way, you've got your recharge port right here. One thing I'll say about the recharge port, when you go to charge this guy, you're going to want to make sure that your kill switch is set to the on position, so the Saber is on. So kill switch to on, then you can charge. Other than that, if you have it off and you put your charger in, the charger will read green like it's charged already, and it won't do it properly. So just make sure you do that little thing when you're charging it. But back to what I was saying, this part up front also twists and opens, but I locked it down with this set screw because there's nothing up here. There's very little wire slack between the end of your chassis, which is about right here, and then your NeoPixel connector. So best to not open this guy, so I just locked it with this set screw. And then also the set screw here is somewhat of a chassis retention. So, it served two purposes. So let's fire this up. What we want to do is we're going to want to take this piece and twist and pull it, and then we're going to flip our kill switch right here.
You will bring Captain Solo and the Wookiee to me.
This is the sound font, the return that you gave me to put on. Your back button here is going to be your activation. You got your LEDs working good there. Stock MPXLs are working. Nice smooth swing. Crystal reveal. So your top button here is going to be your auxiliary, right? So when you tap it for blaster deflex, you're not going to see much going on right now unless I put a blade in it. But when you hold it down for blade lockup, you'll see that animation in your crystal, in your MPXLs, and then you'll get a different animation on your LEDs as well. Just like that. And then we just turn it off by holding down the activation. So to put a blade in the sky, what you're going to want to do is, I'll let you know, when you're taking this piece off, you're going to want to unscrew this, right? We'll just take it off real quick and I'll show you. You take this off to get to your two set screws, your blade retention screws. You got one here, and then you've got another one right here. Those do need to be inside the blade socket in order for this guy to fit on. So you're going to want to watch out for that. This piece does unscrew here and right here. I hand cranked these as tight as I could. I don't think that they're going to come out accidentally on you because I tried testing it. Just know that I didn't glue those down. I just cranked them tight because this piece is the only piece up here that you need to be screwing on and off, right? So we're gonna take our Allen key and we're gonna take these blade retention screws out a little bit. Just like that. Put our blade in it. And then we'll tighten the grub screws back down. Don't need to tighten them super tight. The magnet in there is doing most of the work for you. But we just want to make sure that the blade stays in. Now that we've got that, and then you can take this guy, and actually I forgot to do it, but you slide this up over the blade first, put the blade down, put your grub screws in, and then just screw this back on. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna leave this off. So now that we've got our blade in, we'll come back in, we'll turn it on, or maybe I have it on already. Yep, sorry, I have it on already. So, activation. Now, of course, this is set to green because this is the return font. But if you wanted to switch blade colors while the blade is on, you would hold down your auxiliary and twist your wrist, and you'd hear this. Spectrum. And now you can twist the hilt like that, and every time you hear it click, it's a different blade color. We'll go back to, well, let's say if we wanted blue, and we just tap the button. Now, the blade PCB is wired in line with your crystal, so anything your blade does, your crystal's gonna do, right? So now you got a blue blade, you're gonna have a blue crystal here as well. Just like that. Now to get to, this is pretty much a solid blade, right? If you want a different blade effect, I think I gave you 21 or 22 different styles. You're gonna wanna do the same thing. Hold the auxiliary and twist your wrist, but then this time keep the button held down.
Spectrum.
Keep holding it.
Blade profiles.
Now again, you can twist the hilt. Hopefully this picks up on camera, or you can see it on my shirt. But every time it clicks, you know, it's a different blade style. Some of them are a little bit out there, you know, but they're all pretty cool. Just a little something different. And then if you just wanted a solid one, like we got this solid one right here, find one that you like and tap a button again, just like that. You see how that had kind of like a different pre-on and pre-off effect. So now when we turn it on,
Energy critical.
we got that blue blade and we've got that
Spectrum.
blade effect.
Blade profiles.
Just cycling through a few of these. And so that is how you work your saber with a blade in it. And then we'll just take this, I'm gonna take this blade out real quick because it becomes a bit cumbersome trying to explain things and then trying to hold this guy with the blade. No, we'll take it out just like that. And we'll put this back. So now that you've got your blade off, and then that's how you control it with your blade in. To get to your sound fonts when the blade is actually off, you just want to hold down your auxiliary button.
Sound effect selection.
A small rebel force has penetrated the shield and landed on Endor.
Now you can use either button to cycle up or down through the menu.
Always true. There are no more, no less.
You find one you like, you just hold a button.
And an apprentice.
You just hold a button down.
Careful you must be when sensing the future, Anakin. The Sith
And you can see you got kind of a slight flicker in that green blade, right? And LED is working good there. And we'll turn it off. And then when you're completely done with this guy, it's just a simple matter of twisting this and flipping your kill switch off, and then putting it up. So I would just caution that even though your hilt side and blade side have magnets, you have two blade retention screws here. This thing's not for dueling. It's not for heavy swinging. This is more of a shelf piece. Just be careful, right? Everything's lining up good. It's holding well, but this guy is just not known for banging stuff, right? So anyway, that is your saber, sir, and your blade. Hope they came out the way you like. Let me know if you got any questions. Thanks.